The air was crisp, laced with the scent of autumn leaves and distant lake water. As the first light of dawn began to break, the city of Toronto slowly emerged from the shadows of night. The harbor, usually bustling with activity, was serene and still, a mirror reflecting the soft hues of the morning sky. The autumn leaves in their vibrant shades of red, orange, and yellow added a touch of warmth to the cool morning air, creating a picturesque scene that seemed almost too perfect to be real. A gentle breeze swept across Toronto's harbor, ruffling the surface and sending shivers through the early morning stillness. The water, disturbed by the breeze, created ripples that danced in the soft light, adding a dynamic element to the otherwise calm scene. The harbor, with its boats gently bobbing up and down, seemed to be in a state of peaceful slumber, waiting for the day to begin. The breeze carried with it the faint sounds of the city beginning to stir, a reminder that this moment of tranquility was fleeting. The city skyline, a jagged silhouette against the gradually brightening sky, was mirrored in the water below. The buildings, standing tall and proud, seemed to be reaching for the sky, their reflections creating a perfect symmetry in the calm waters of the harbor. As the sky lightened, the colors began to change, from the deep blues of night to the soft pinks and oranges of dawn. The skyline, with its mix of modern and historic architecture, told the story of a city that was constantly evolving, yet always retaining its unique character. It was a scene of stark contrasts, the raw power of nature juxtaposed with the sleek lines of urban architecture. The trees, with their autumn leaves, stood in sharp contrast to the steel and glass of the buildings, creating a visual harmony that was both striking and beautiful. The natural elements, with their organic shapes and colors, softened the hard edges of the cityscape, creating a balance that was pleasing to the eye. This interplay between nature and architecture was a reminder of the delicate balance that exists in urban environments, where the natural world and human creations coexist in a state of constant tension and harmony. The first rays of sunlight painted the buildings in hues of gold and rose, casting long shadows that stretched across the harbor. The light, soft and warm, brought the city to life, highlighting the intricate details of the architecture and casting a golden glow over everything it touched. The shadows, long and dramatic, added depth and dimension to the scene, creating a sense of movement and energy. As the sun continued to rise, the colors became more vibrant, transforming the city into a canvas of light and shadow, a living work of art that changed with each passing moment. The air was alive with the sounds of a city awakening, the distant rumble of traffic, the echoing calls of gulls, and the gentle lapping of water against the docks. These sounds, a symphony of urban life, created a soundtrack that was both familiar and comforting. The traffic, still light at this early hour, was a reminder of the day's impending hustle and bustle. The gulls, with their distinctive cries, added a touch of nature to the urban soundscape, while the water, with its rhythmic lapping, provided a soothing background to the city's awakening. Together, these sounds created a sense of anticipation, a feeling that something exciting was about to happen. It was a moment of tranquility, a brief pause before the city surged into its daily frenzy. The harbor, with its calm waters and gentle breeze, was a sanctuary of peace in the heart of the bustling city. The early morning light, soft and golden, bathed everything in a warm glow, creating a sense of calm and serenity. This moment, fleeting as it was, offered a chance to pause and reflect, to appreciate the beauty of the world around us before the demands of the day took over. It was a reminder that even in the midst of a busy city, there are moments of peace and tranquility to be found if we only take the time to look for them. Ava, a freelance journalist with a penchant for the extraordinary, stood at the edge of the harbor, her notebook clutched in her hand. The cool breeze from the lake tousled her hair as she took in the bustling scene before her. The harbor was alive with activity, a microcosm of the city itself. Boats of all sizes bobbed gently on the water, their masts swaying in unison like a choreographed dance. Seagulls called out overhead, their cries mingling with the distant hum of the city. She was on a mission to capture the essence of Toronto, to find the stories that lay hidden beneath the surface of the everyday. Her eyes scanned the horizon, searching for the untold tales that often went unnoticed. Ava believed that every person she encountered had a story worth telling, and it was her job to bring those stories to light. She had a knack for finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, for seeing the beauty in the mundane. And where better to find such stories than at the harbor, a place where the city's pulse seemed to synchronize with the rhythm of the water. The harbor was a melting pot of cultures and backgrounds, a place where the old and the new coexisted in harmony. It was here that the city's history met its future, where the past and the present intertwined. Ava felt a deep connection to this place, as if the harbor itself was whispering its secrets to her. Ava had always been drawn to the harbor. As a child, she would spend hours watching the boats come and go, imagining the adventures they were embarking on. The harbor was a place of endless possibilities, a gateway to the unknown. It was here that she first discovered her love for storytelling, inspired by the myriad of lives that intersected at this vibrant crossroads. Now, as an adult, she returned to the harbor with the same sense of wonder and curiosity. It was a place of constant movement, a crossroads where people and stories from all walks of life converged. The harbor was a living, breathing entity, its energy palpable. Fishermen unloaded their catch, tourists snapped photos, and locals went about their daily routines. Each person had a story, a unique perspective that added to the rich tapestry of the harbor. Ava knew that the key to capturing the essence of Toronto lay in these individual stories, in the moments that often went unnoticed. Today, her focus was on the seaplanes that used the harbor as their runway, these graceful machines that seemed to bridge the gap between the urban and the natural. The seaplanes fascinated her, their ability to take off and land on water a testament to human ingenuity. She watched as one plane glided smoothly across the water, its engines roaring to life as it lifted into the sky. To Ava, the seaplanes represented the perfect blend of technology and nature. A symbol of the harmony that could be achieved between the two. She knew that the story of the seaplanes was just one of many waiting to be told, and she was determined to uncover them all. As if on cue, a distant drone broke the morning silence. Ava looked up, her eyes scanning the horizon. There, in the distance, a small speck appeared against the backdrop of the brightening sky. It was a seaplane, its wings glinting in the morning light as it began its descent towards the harbor. The plane grew larger with each passing second, its graceful form cutting through the air with effortless ease. Ava watched, captivated, as the pilot expertly maneuvered the aircraft, its pontoons skimming the surface of the water as it slowed to a gentle stop. The morning air was filled with the sound of the engine, a mechanical symphony that somehow blended seamlessly with the natural soundscape of the harbor. Section 4. Conversations with Captain Monroe. The pilot, a woman with a shock of red hair and a confident smile, emerged from the cockpit. Ava, her journalistic instincts kicking in, approached her, introducing herself and explaining her interest in the seaplanes and the stories they carried. The pilot, Captain Elise Monroe, was happy to oblige. "There's something magical about landing on water," Captain Monroe said, her eyes twinkling with a mixture of passion and pride. "It's a different kind of flying, a different kind of freedom." She went on to explain the intricacies of water landings, the importance of judging the wind and the waves, the delicate balance between control and surrender. Section 5. Water wings, city lights. Ava listened intently, her pen scribbling furiously across her notepad. Captain Monroe's words painted a vivid picture of a world that was both familiar and extraordinary, a world where the boundaries between the urban and the natural blurred. As Ava looked around the harbor, she saw it through new eyes. The seaplane bobbing gently on the water was no longer just a machine, it was a symbol of connection, a tangible link between the bustling city and the vast expanse of Lake Ontario. It carried with it the stories of the people it transported, stories of adventure, of escape, of journeys both literal and metaphorical. Section 6. Beyond the horizon. Ava realized that the harbor was more than just a place. It was a sanctuary, a refuge from the hustle and bustle of daily life. As she stood there watching the first light of dawn break over the water, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. The harbor was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the worries of the world could be momentarily forgotten. It was a liminal space, a point of transition where dreams took flight and stories unfolded. The seaplanes with their graceful ascents and descents were a testament to the endless possibilities that lay beyond the horizon. Each takeoff was a promise of adventure, each landing a return to the familiar. Ava marveled at the seamless blend of nature and technology, the way the seaplanes seemed to dance on the water before soaring into the sky. It was a place where the city's energy met the boundless possibilities of the horizon. The skyline, with its towering buildings and bustling streets, was a stark contrast to the serene expanse of the harbor. Yet in this place, the two worlds coexisted in perfect harmony. The harbor was a reminder that there was more to life than the daily grind, that beyond the concrete and steel lay a world of endless potential. And the seaplanes, with their ability to navigate both land and water, were the perfect embodiment of this duality. They represented the bridge between the known and the unknown, the tangible and the intangible. Ava found herself captivated by their elegance, their ability to traverse different realms with ease. It was a reminder that she too could navigate the complexities of life, that she could find balance between her responsibilities and her dreams. The sun climbed higher in the sky, casting a warm glow over the harbor. The golden light danced on the water, creating a mesmerizing display of colors. Ava felt a sense of renewal, as if the rising sun was a symbol of new beginnings. The harbor, bathed in the morning light, was a place of hope and possibility. It was a reminder that each day was a chance to start anew, to chase after dreams and embrace the unknown. The city was waking up in earnest now, and the sounds of traffic and activity grew louder. The once quiet streets were now filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life. Yet, amidst the chaos, the harbor remained a place of tranquility. It was a sanctuary where one could find solace and inspiration. Ava watched as the city came to life, feeling a sense of connection to the world around her. The harbor was a place where she could find balance, where she could be both grounded and free. But for a few more precious moments, Ava allowed herself to be lost in the magic of the harbor, caught between the tangible reality of the city and the intangible allure of the open water. She took a deep breath, savoring the crisp morning air, and felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. The harbor was a place of reflection, a place where she could reconnect with herself and her dreams. It was a reminder that no matter how busy life got, there was always a place where she could find peace and inspiration. As she stood there, watching the sun rise higher in the sky, Ava knew that the harbor would always be a special place for her, a place where she could find herself and dream beyond the horizon.